On this occasion, our group will talk a little about the culture of Mexico City and also about three types of profession from which Mexicans get ahead with their families. Let's get started.
Mexico, officially the United Mexican State, is a sovereign country located in the southern part of North America. Its capital and most popular city of Mexico City. Politically, it is a representative, democratic, federal and secular republic, made up of 32 states. The Mexican territory is an area of 1.964.375 kilómetros cuadrados, making it the 13th largest country in the world and the third largest in Latin America. It limits to the north with the United States of America along a border of 3.155 kilómetros, while to the south it has a border of 958 kilómetros with Guatemala and 276 kilómetros with Belize. The country's coasts are bordered to the west by the Pacific Ocean and to the east by the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea, totaling 9.330 kilómetros, making it the third American country with the longest coastline. Mexico is a country between the United States and American Central, known for the beach on the Pacific and the Gulf of Mexico, and its diverse range of mountains, deserts, and jungles. Ancient ruins such as Teotihuacan and the Mayan city of Chichen Itza are distributed throughout the country as are cities from the Spanish colonial era. In the capital, Mexico City, elegant sharp. Mexico is the 10th most populous country in the world, with an estimated population of more than 129 million people in 2020. Most of the have Spanish is their mother tongue, which the state recognizes it a national language, along with 64 indigenous languages of the nation. Although are 287 languages are spoken in the country. 29 these figure make Mexico the country with the highest number of Spanish speakers, as well as the 17th country with the Christian language diversity in the world. In Madrid, Mexico, there are different kinds of professions, but this time we will talk about three professions: the one that every young wants, the ones that nobody wants, and the one that nobody knows exists. And we will talk about operations managers, journalists, and automobile lubricator.
We can see that Mexico is a multicultural place that gives an opportunity to develop in any work environment. Let's hear about one of the best jobs in that beautiful country.
The operations manager is one of the most important beings. The operation manager has the function of being able to take the reins of a company. That is, they manage the production of the operating personnel. His salary around 55,000 pesos. Here is it round. Your presentation must be formal. You should not forget your technology equipment such as your computer, tower, cell, science, test device are where your work information is stored. Is that routing is based on following with why the staff support the wide marketing that capture the attention of customers, monitor why the archive of, of objective and achievement of company goals, choice professional person to limit problem why the company seeking good deal why super family life some be separated from professional pressure and detailed advance of the family on day of.
Why in any country there are professions that I thought there are people who love them, but their development makes them a bit tedious things. They are poorly paid and there are also danger.
Mexico Journalism and Communication. Rather, the journalist is single than person responsible for communicating the events of the country to society in a truthful way, a profession that is too dangerous as well as baffling pay since salaries raised between 5,000 and 10,000 pesos. They demand that the journalist must have a good presentation since the presentation is a spokesman for the journalist himself. Among the word tools that should not be missing are the voice record, notepad and pen. Since an event can occur at any time, the daily tasks are to carry out research and prepare drafts of what should be disseminated, write interesting stories, including images or videos, review the content, and above all comply with the code of ethics and the rule applicable to the journalist. The family should be exhibited as little as possible sense or profession required as to be very cautious if in any case we want to keep ourselves essence. Journalism in Mexico is an important activity for the democracy. Is concerned for power due to the influence and hacks among security currently vulnerable to call attention government and violence. The latter is due to the fact that in 2017 Mexico was rated as the most dangerous nation to practice the profession, with 12 journalists killed according to the reports without borders or racial organization. Journalists in Mexico are they arduous, tried, kidnapped, tortured, jailed, and prosecuted for exposing corruption and organized crime, for reporting on protests, and for speaking they trip about power. Many are missing or mourning. Another situation that makes journalism a sharp weapon is inequality and insecurity faced by women journalists in the country. In Mexico, the employment status of women in the digital media and in content disseminated by the journalistic industry continue raises stereotypes and prejudices that affect women socially.
Finally, we will see a very unusual job science. We know of the mechanics, but not of those who specialize in the area of automotive lubrication.
Each automobile lubricator must have basic coupled it machine but its specialty is on airs. Some of its polarity pies hops to hotter har here little Regosling. His salary is below 2,606,520 pesos per month. Your special mechanic switch should not be missing zinc chemical from car style plates. Both lubricator and mechanic should have a mount tail board tools, hand saw, file, drill bit, trap, blade, grain, etc. Its dial functions are performed again oil change, fluid changer change, maintenance clean, and complete at level of all hydraulic system. Chain clean had verified all it air files of its vehicle and machinery intercepting carry out a correct grazing of all its points located in its equipment. Their family life cloth besides to be all of most beneficial things in the world SW is much more flexible than it previous on already mentioned allowed their salary does not all them to have all a luxury but a live with live social pressure. In Mexico, his profession gave rise to entrepreneurship since people can start their business and automobile lubricator and with had be able to support their families as well as be able to leave these bonuses a legacy to future generations of families. And it is you can also create hubs for new Mexican people and help other people. It is a profession at school get very dread, but if you go auto managing its bonuses, you can create and great opportunity for growth and future.
Each of the different professions have their advantage and disadvantage. Among the most important, we see that wages and their social position are higher, and this indicates that both the professional and their family can have a good economic stability. While the words job are not because they are the word profession in the world, but because of disadvantage that this profession includes, such as low income, few social benefits, and even their social stability allow them not to recommend this profession due to the high amount of the there are professional job shortage and very low wages. Unusual jobs consider a fairly poor population since their wages are extremely low, which does not guarantee a good lifestyle for their relative. In any part of the world, each of the professions are indispensable and therefore it is necessary that there be no discrimination between the profession due to their social classes signs. One depends on the other.